70 million idiots, yeah, voted for this pile of shit. Check this out.
What are you, an effing moron?
Dementia J Numbnuts. Lies and bullshit. A fire hose of nonsense. Roll it.
Bacon 5 and 6 times. Yeah? What about it?
A smooth transition, and then they take 645 billion acres and they essentially landmark it so you can't ever drill there again. Well, we're going to be drilling soon. We're going to be opening up Anwar. We're going to be doing...
No, you're not. No, you are not.
All sorts of things that...
It's not going to lower the price of... It's not... That's bullshit. This is all a lie. This is all a lie. There are leases that haven't been used yet by the oil companies. We're drilling more than ever. This is all bullshit. That's not a fucking lie. That's all. This is a fucking liar. A court-certified pathological liar.
Nobody ever thought was even possible. But remember when, and just to get off the subject, because I couldn't believe it when I heard it yesterday, I couldn't believe the size of it. I mean, you put down a map and put this up. It's just massive. And remember that that's worth probably, I mean, I've had estimates, $40 to $50 trillion. That's more than our national debt. Essentially, he's throwing it away.
What are you talking? What are you talking? This is a moron.
Away. He's taken $50 trillion. So if we owe $35 trillion, he's taken $50 trillion of value and thrown it right out the window. We can't do that. No.
He couldn't figure out the math. He's a moron.
Nobody can do that.
Okay. All right. Have you, first of all, what is that? What is that before I talk? This is mesmerizing. This right here is mesmerizing. Look at that. This dude is pathetic. So, he is saying that the land that he thinks Biden stopped from drilling on is worth $50 trillion.
The thing he did yesterday, which was in many ways worse, it's hard to believe it could be worse. He wants all gas heaters out of your homes, and
that's a lie. Never said that. That is a blatant lie. He can't even keep a straight face saying this. That's a lie.
Wants them to be replaced by essentially electric heaters. I don't know.
That's a lie.
What it is with electric. This guy loves electric. We're going to be ending the electric car mandate quickly, by the way.
There is no electric car mandate. There is none.
This guy loves electric. And we don't have enough electricity. And then we have AI, but we need more. And he wants...
This is an imbecile. This is a fucking imbecile.
He wants everybody to have an electric heater instead of a gas heater. Gas heater is much less expensive. The heat is much better.
First of all, he never said that. The heat is much better. Last time I checked, an electric 70 degrees is the same as a gas 70 degrees. What do you mean the heat is much better? This is a moron.
It's a much better heat.
It's a much better heat.
As the expression goes, you don't itch. Does any...
What? As the expression goes, you don't itch.
But you have a heater where you go and you scratch in it. That's what they want you to have. They don't want you to have gas where you don't have the problems of the electric.
Wait.
Instead of a gas heater. Gas heater is much less expensive. The heat is much better. It's a much better heat. As the expression goes, you don't itch. Does anybody have a heater where you go and you scratch in it? That's what they want you to have.
What? Okay. What was that? Hold on, I gotta go back.
It's a much better heat. As the expression goes, you don't itch.
It's a much better heat. As the expression goes, you don't itch.
Does anybody have a heater where you go and you scratch in it? That's what they want you to.
Does anybody have a heater where you scratch and shit?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
They don't want you to have gas where you don't have the problems of the
Oh, you sure have problems with gas.
and
Just look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let's look at it. What a mess. Come again?
It's total bullshit.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
Just think. This imbecile should be going to a psych ward in a prison. And instead, this functionally illiterate criminal is going to the White House.
they're much cheaper to operate, they're much better, they work much better, they look much better.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
60% of homes and apartments have gas heaters. He wants them all removed.
That's a lie. That is a blatant lie.
These people are crazy. There's something wrong with them.
This guy's saying that there's something wrong with somebody else?
There's something wrong with them. They also want to go back, and they have already started that. When you buy a faucet, no water comes out because they want to preserve even
When you buy a faucet, no water comes out. Oh boy.
that have so much water. You know,
This is a fucking imbecile. This is a fucking imbecile.
the typical rain comes down from heaven, and
Rain comes down from heaven.
they want to do no water comes out of the shower. It goes drip, drip, and drip.
Look. See that? See that right there? That is the face of a junkie. Way to go, America. Look at what you've done. Look at what you've done. This is savage stupid.
Comes down from heaven, and they want to do no water comes out of the shower. It goes drip, drip, and drip. So what happens? You're in the shower 10 times as long, you know. No water. Comes out of the faucet. You want to wash your hands. They want to go back to even stronger than what they have right now.
Motherfucker, you don't wash your hands. You can't keep them clean. You always have your finger in that diaper, don't you?
You know, I ended that policy. You can have all the water you want.
What policy? Where you can have... Listen to this. Listen to how stupid this motherfucker is.
Makes no difference. It comes especially in certain areas we have so much water, we don't know what to do with it. But these are all things. They want very, very little water to go into your dishwasher, almost none. And you know what people do? They just keep pressing, keep it going. They end
What are you talking about?
up using more water. Likewise, washing machines. They want in your washing machine very little water coming out of the
Okay, all right. Okay, Stinky. You've been through the whole gamut of appliances, right? Now, you're going to tell me that there's a waterless washer now, Stinky? You're making sound bites.
Just so you
That's right. They cannot get the stink out of the back of those pants. Yep. And the back of your socks are pretty aggressive smelling too.
end up using more water. We're a party of common sense. And
No. After that diatribe you just laid out, you're calling yourself a party of common sense? You're the party of fucking diaper rash.
Look at this.
You just ate the most acid I've ever seen anybody eat in my life.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
What a fucking shit show.